Hello, I'm Milo Bennett, aka ReadyMouse, and today I want to introduce StableRent for automatic recurring payments for the use case here for paying rent. So it's a subscription manager with PayPal as the currency and NVO for indexing. So the sender can make subscriptions, cancel at any time, but they hold their funds in a self-custody wallet until the scheduled date. The receiver, in this case maybe the property owner, would have no volatility because I'm using PayPal, and they have an easy off-ramp from PayPal USD into regular USD. This would also provide some nice screening. They could see account balances of the renters and see a record of on-time payments in the past. And so the renter would set up their lease and pre-approve the full amount using the smart contract, and then every month it would get triggered to pay just that month, but otherwise be held in a self-custody wallet. Here's the architecture diagram with the Postgres database for off-chain data and then NVO indexing all of the on-chain data. So moving forward into a demo site that's available. So here I have some information for residents and for property owners. So if we click into the residents one, kind of an overview of like why they might want to and how it works. In terms of self-custody and how to connect to the wallet, but then also payments on time with some frequently asked questions. So for the property owner, here's some information about why they might want to do this, why they might want to accept stablecoins for rent, what that looks like, and how the blockchain provides some screening applications for using this service, and then how to get started for someone who maybe hasn't used crypto before but want to use the PayPal because it provides a really nice off-ramp back to US dollars to pay their expenses. So here, let's sign in with a wallet. I'm using MetaMask. This is running on the StableRent testnet. So we'll sign in with the wallet. There we go. And then we have a profile page here. This is my sample sender. It didn't have an email or phone number. It's just connected to the wallet. And that's my wallet with my balance that it's pulling. I have no receive addresses, but that would be a place. So let's pop over to setting up a payment. Let's say I pay rent, and rent is really cheap where I live, so $50. And they like it paid daily because I want to see this recurring action. So we'll pick a date. You can optionally have an end date or a max payment date, either one. So we'll pick that. And then I already have the recipient information filled in already. So here we go to the approval. So this is approving the allowance, approving that the smart contract can extract this amount, but it is not going to yet. It is still self-custody up until this point. So we'll give that a minute to approve. There we go, success. And now we can move to actually setting up the payment. Of course, there's some processor fees as well to cover gas on the reoccurring contract side. And so we set up the payment. That will pop us over to our subscription page where we can see details about the rent subscription that we just made and other informations about the wallet addresses, and we have the hash in there. Now looking at the bottom of the homepage, I create a little NVO dashboard here, and this is the subscription we just created with rent. And so here's more information about sort of what we see on NVO, including a transaction hash. So then we can pop over to EtherScan and see that that went through on the testnet. On the back end, I'm currently running a process that just checks for subscriptions, but eventually that would be a gelato or chain link automation. The future is StablePay, generic automatic recurring payments with a DEX to support any ERC token. Thanks for listening.